Hey there! Today I want to show you something new. We've got a new product developed that's called VMT BeadMap RTI. And today I want to unpack it with you and show you what's inside. So let's go. VMT BeadMap RTI. Let me break that down for you. BeadMap is a 3D inspection system for adhesive and sealing beads. What makes it so special is that it is a one-shot technology. So the sensor takes one shot of a part like this one, and the system will give you the width, the height, the volume, and the continuity of the whole bead of the part. No robot teaching required, no vision expert required. It is very straightforward. The system handles all the complex stuff so that you can focus on a fast integration. The big news about this product is the RTI part. RTI stands for Ready to Integrate. And that's the first product in a new product line that we are building that's meant for use cases outside of the traditional turnkey space. What RTI means is that you receive a documented and pre-configured system that you can integrate, and we support you when needed. You unbox it, you plug it in, you go through the guided configuration, and then the system runs. It is as easy as possible without any robot tech pack teaching. You don't need to be a vision expert. It's strictly meant for system integrators or maintenance or anyone who wants to integrate a vision system like that. And now let me put that part away so we can start unboxing our product here. Okay, let's start to unpack. There is a quick start guide and a commissioning checklist that is going to help you while commissioning. I'll put that to the side. I'll explain all those components a little bit more detailed in a second. Besides the documentation that's on top, we have three brackets here. One is the sensor, the compute unit, and the miscellaneous stuff. We'll start with the sensor. Let me unpack that. So what we have here is a highly precise 3D sensor that is creating the point cloud for our system that is later to be evaluated. The second bracket is our vision box, which is the compute unit. I'll take that out in a second, but for now, that's the full vision box. It has the compute unit inside with pre-installed software. It has power supply and network peripheral systems. So that's the main thing where you connect your PLC or your robot to for the communication, that you can also connect to your plant network, and where you do the configuration either over the touch panel or over some remote access. The third bracket here is for the miscellaneous stuff. Here you have cables which come in different configuration from the vision box to the sensor, depending on your system's layout. And the second thing inside here is the bead body, which is a validation body that we deliver with all the systems that I'm going to explain in a second. The last thing that we have in here is a mounting unit that we recommend for mounting the sensor. It's quite flexible and it helps you to get the perfect position for your vision, so you can see the whole part. And that's basically all the components. I'm going to unpack them and see you in a second. So these are the basic components for a system. We have the 3D sensor, we have the vision box, the bead body, the mounting unit, and some documentation. The system is sold in 3 different variants. So we have the VMT BeadMap RTI version S, M, and L, so small, medium, and large. And the things that change around these variants is basically the field of view. So all of those variants are meant for a different object size to be measured. The S variant and the M variant come with a different sensor than the L variant. The L variant comes with this big sensor that has a big field of view and a big distance that is mounted to the object size. The distance for this sensor is roughly 2.5 meters. For the M variant, it's a sensor like this. The sensor is mounted roughly 1.1 meter away from the object. And for the S variant, the sensor looks the same, it just has a different focal unit inside. It is around 500 to 600 millimeter distance between the object and our sensor for the S unit. But now let's explain those units a little bit better. So now that you know the components, let me give you some side notes before we go into the commissioning process. The sensor comes fully calibrated and all the network settings are already set up. So you basically just need to mount it and then connect it to the vision box. The vision box is shown here. It is actively cooled, so you have a fan on the left and the right side. You usually mount it on the wall with brackets that come with delivery. On the bottom, there are all the connections that you need, so they go straight down. There's basically the power in for the box, the power and connection for the sensor. Then we have the communication, either over TCP/IP, over Profinet or Ethernet IP. Then we have a connection that can be used to connect this system with your plant network for basically backups or for remote access to the system. Then we have a service port that can be exclusively used for remote access to the system. So if you use your own laptop to do the commissioning, other than using the touch panel that's on top, you can use this connection to do that. And then basically 3 USB ports that can be used for either some components like connecting a mouse or a keyboard, or if you have a USB stick and you want to insert it. On this side, there is a power switch, which you can lock in and lock out. And in the locked out state, you can also lock it with a physical lock. In this unit are all the components that we need for this system. So there's the calculation unit that we use with our pre-installed software that is configured through guided dialogues. And there is also power supply for the sensor and all the components inside here. And there are all the network components that are needed to communicate with your plant and also with the station network. Then there is the bead body. That is basically a validation body that we deliver so you can have an easy way of checking whether the system is working properly or not. The last thing here is basically the documentation. So here are 2 pages. One is the quick start guide that we're going through in a second. And the second one is the commissioning checklist that can help you track progress during the commissioning if you're doing it in a team or if you just want to stay on top of all the steps. So now you've unpacked everything, what's next? Broadly, it's 5 steps. Mounting and cabling. So you position the box and the sensor and then you connect everything. After that, you can start with the basic commissioning. The box is going to start up and so is the sensor. After that, the software will guide you through step by step what you need to do. Sensor detection, fine positioning of the sensor, and initial setup. All in all, this should take you roughly 15 minutes. After that, the validation test can be executed. This is a functional proof using our reference body, the bead body, to verify the system is working properly. After that is successful, you can start with the type integration. That is also guided step by step through with our wizard. Configure the part type, define the bead path, and set the tolerances. This should also take roughly 15 minutes. And after that, we can run the functional test, which is the final verification on the real part. And when that is run through successfully, you're ready for production. So all in all, everything is guided and it's a very quick integration. Next video, we are going to do exactly that. Step by step, full commissioning from a fresh vision box to a good result. So check back in, see you then.